Link engaged.
Visit us at TeamSpeak.com.
Welcome back to TL Open number 19, sponsored by TeamSpeak. Big shout out to them. They've been supporting the TL Opens for a long time now, the ongoing open event. We are here. This is the semifinals number 2, the final match to determine who is going to go on to face the Panzer General himself, Goody. And that's going to be a match to see. Either a TVP or a TVT, as I'm running the gears in my head. We've got returning, spawning as Protoss in the top right. His opponent, NEXHack, in the bottom left as the Terran. And again, I want to remind everyone, if you're looking for StarCraft tomorrow, we have Teal Attack coming back. That's going to be casted for, I believe, the first time with Total Biscuit and the biggest troll on the internet, Hotbid. We're going to have a special guest, Zen, and that's going to be fantastic. 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for you Europeans, Eastern Standard Time for the rest of us. Be sure to tune into that.
Also, I would like to remind you that you should subscribe to my channel on JustinTV/LiquidTLO, because soon enough there's going to be stuff going on there again.
Soon enough? What does that mean?
Whenever I decide to be ready.
What?
So,
you need to make commitments so you can hang by them.
No, I don't.
That's the most non-committal thing. Subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm gonna be doing stuff.
I'm just hinting, because I'm gonna keep people on the channel.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing stuff, guys.
Like,
there's gonna be so much stuff.
Every day they're gonna be like, today something might happen, and they tune in. I just get like more views on my bots without even doing anything.
Okay, a genius plan revealed here in the TL Open. We have pretty standard play. NEXHack not going to go for the fast expansion. The architecture of the natural makes it very susceptible to any sort of early attack, so he's going for the gas opening. 2 racks gas opening.
Very powerful against... In fact, almost deadly against fast expanse. Especially, he could throw down the second bears before the probe was even out of the base. It was just...
Oh! The probe actually gets in and spots that. That's huge.
Oh, yeah, that is very
surprising.
You can actually kill a probe with 1 marine if you micro it properly. So, plunder by hack, which might, complicate that game unnecessarily for him. I wonder how returning is gonna follow up now.
You know, when that marine went to the natural and the probe was trying to run in, an SCV was actually coming to build this leftmost supply depot on the ramp. So I wonder if that pushed the marine out of the way and caused, you know, a bit of a kerfuffle, which allowed that probe to sneak in.
Yeah, that is so annoying when that happens. I agree. Yeah, that could have happened. Let's try to pretend it.
We've got concussive shells on the way. First Marauder is in production for Hack. He's got the reactor on the first barracks. And look, complete supply depot wall off, so he doesn't want to have any sort of scouting or any sort of early aggression ending that. Second gate for returning. Third gate also on the way. So it's going to be pretty standard.
Keep talking.
Okay.
I think I just saw something pretty cool happen, but I have to go back into the replay. Anyways, keep talking.
Okay, so Professor TLO is going to dig through the replay and see what happens. Meanwhile, I'll keep you up to date on what's going on right now. Look at this Hack saving up quite a few minerals, and that is why he's going to drop the natural command center, and Professor is back.
Yeah, you know how mules sometimes waste minerals? Like, they die after they mine minerals, but they don't get back to the CC. So what he does, on the last gathering, when he knows the mule is just gonna die with minerals in his hand, he sends it away manually, so it doesn't harvest anymore.
Really?
Yeah, he did it like at least once. I don't know if we missed it more times.
Okay, let's see this mule. Here comes this mule. Last trip is this? Yes? Oh my god! What?
That is so good.
Completely unnecessary, but...
No, it's not. I mean, if you do it for 10
30 minerals?
Yeah, but if you do it 10 times, it's gonna 300 minerals that you can have more, right?
Yeah, but if you do it 100 times...
If you do it 100 times, it's gonna be 3,000.
Yeah,
even.
I know.
Insane. So good.
Anyway, that is Yeah, that's pretty amazing, actually.
Oh. Everybody start doing that tomorrow. If you don't, I'm gonna be sad.
I feel like that's something that's going to be popularized in like 6 years when people have figured out StarCraft 2.
No, start doing tomorrow. Do your homework. Do it. I'll do it. You don't.
You don't
I
do
can't
it.
do any.
I just found out about it.
Yeah, but I will do it tomorrow.
Tilo, you just keep saying things you will do. Like you will be doing things on your channel. You will be doing these amazing micros.
When I start streaming again, I'll be putting off my mules before they die. He does it again.
That's actually amazing.
I will not be talking about anything else in this game because I'm blown away.
Okay, so I'll be talking about what's going on. We've got a 4th gateway on the way. The robotics facility has completed for returning. He's got his natural actually completed and fully mining at this point. It's a bit of an advantage to him. Hack had his command center up first, but unfortunately he's being contained in the form of 4 sentries. His response to deal with it, get out medevacs, he'll be able to drop away and flank behind, and returning knows his timings, man. He just heads on home.
Yeah, and why should he not doing that? Well, actually he could have stayed a little longer and delayed the expo, but I mean, he's not in observer mode, so he doesn't know exactly when the medevacs come out.
Yeah. I mean, in that position, you would see a lot of people leave their army there thinking they can just force field indefinitely, and it's so easy for the Terran to drop out, flank around, and then just have a huge advantage going into the mid-game. But returning ain't no fool. Gonna come all the way back to his main base. How is he progressing now? Gonna get out a second observer. Gonna begin chrono boosting out the armor out of that forge, and gonna stick to gateway units in the form of the Twilight Council. I like that.
The army looks pretty weak right now. If Hack just pushes in, he might be able to do damage, but so much energy on the sentries and now more strokers. Yeah, no, he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, this is something actually Artosis told me about a while ago. He said, when you want to know how strong is an army in PvT, just look at the energy of the sentries. If the sentry energy is finished, Protoss is dead. And, you know, Protoss always seems to close the gap very quickly. Look how many warp-ins he's gotten out of here, returning that is. Supply's very even, but his army looks a lot more robust now than it did before.
And, oh, so nice. He kills the observer with his gun and goes immediately for a drop, knowing that he's not gonna be followed by... Oh, that is a little bit of a disappointing drop.
Huge drop coming out for Hack, but he is going to be able to move forward, snipe off this pylon. I don't believe he'll be able to get the warp gate, but he's got to be careful that he doesn't get ambushed here. Charge is being chrono boosted, but nowhere near complete, and this may not be a place where returning wants to attack, but look at those force fields isolating everything. He's going to load and drop behind the force fields. Hack is going to lose a Marauder, but loses way less than your average player. Very beautiful micro there, loading up and dropping off to avoid being sandwiched.
Yeah, it would even have been more nice, even nicer and more amazing if he would have dropped that medevac right into the main. But still a pretty sick move, and well...
Yeah, TLO would have dropped it into the main.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm you know, now that I started playing StarCraft again, a little bit, it just seems so amazing to me. It has so much potential that is unused, so much more that we can all do. So, sorry for pointing out like all this stuff right now. But I fell in love once again with this game. I don't know what to say.
Having a heart-to-heart moment?
Yeah.
Okay, scan going off, taking out the observer. I believe there's a second one on the field somewhere. Units have. Showing me there is, but due to the Blizzard UI, I can't see it. There it is, flying towards the middle of the map. We've got charge complete. And taking a look at the upgrade situation, we've got 1 armor already for the Protoss player. About 50% on +2. Production tab showing that +1 weapons for Terran. About 60% complete.
But we do not have any combat shield on the Marines.
Oh, and that's going to be huge. The force fields go off. EMP on the sentries, which is going to be very nice, but those +1 charge lots, oh so strong. He's going to pull back without any force fields. He needs to retreat. Oh my god, I can't believe Hack is getting this much value out of his 0-0 combat shield list units. He's got his Ghost in the front, hungry for more EMP. 74, 75. There it is. Is he going to drop the EMP? Stimming and running away. Big EMP going off. Charge lots moving forward. They only have +1. Snipes going off. Terran is holding strong. Now starting to dance back and forth as he begins to get gunned down. There's no blink yet, but more charge lots being warped in. Protoss doing so much damage with the charge lots, trying to take out the retreating Terran army. Terran getting more value, but a third expansion up for returning. Our Protoss player, Hack, is going to have to give it up, and the rally a little bit misset here.
Indeed, but I don't know. It's not really gonna matter. The game is slowing down a little bit again. Both players are just gathering with their forces. Protoss has his third Nexus up, but Terran has his command center as well. It looks like he wants to make it a planetary because he does not make it to an orbital yet. Storm is coming up. More Ghosts are coming. Energy upgrade for Ghosts as well. So it looked. At one point I was a little bit afraid for Terran to die, but I don't know, he did way more damage than I expected him to do with his army. I think just standing strong there and having Marauders in front as a wall and not kiting, but doing full DPS was the right decision there.
Yeah, you know, when they actually get in an engagement, it always seems like Terran is getting the better of the actual tactics. He's controlling better, but just the overall strategy looks like it's in Returning's favor. He's got +2 and charge, and he's moving towards Storm. We've got a gold battle here, and keep an eye on the top right. We've got a 3 Marauder and Marine drop going on there. Hack is forced to lift off his command center and float that away. That's going to be fine. Meanwhile, the drop in the main going to be able to go to work on these Zealots, but oh no, they are so beefy with that +2.
Stalker's being warped in. That drop has to get the hell out of there. Storm is finished now. Templars with energy are... Well, he has one Templar with enough energy for Storm, but I'm sure a lot more will follow shortly. And that is going to be painful for Hack. He needs to get out a ton of Ghosts now, Puma style, just going for 6 or 8 of them. If he doesn't, I don't see what he can do against so many Archons and Templar.
And that EMP is also going to help him against just the beefy, hardy units that the +2 armor is giving the Protoss right now. Protoss is chrono boosting +3, and that is a scary sight for Terran. He's really got to just hold it together until he can catch up in the upgrades. +2 for Terran is about 50% complete, but until he gets +2 completed, it's going to be difficult for him.
Protoss doesn't seem to have any intention to move out before 200 supply. He will get the gold Nexus. And yeah, I cannot blame him. His army looks strong, but there's still no reason for him to just waste it without anything. Now he gets a 4th Nexus and decides to go after all. Just trying to be safe and having an extra base in the back.
We've got a planetary up at the gold, and here goes Returning, trying to move forward, eating an EMP as Terran tries to stick it together and dance. He's repairing the planetary. This may... Oh my god! Big storm going down on the Terran units, but the planetary is holding strong, and Returning may be donating all his units, trying to take down this planetary. It's at 200, 150, 100. Do I hear 0? No!
Oh my god!
Planetary holds!
I feel that he just retreats a little bit too early. Such a sick pick by Protoss, but he killed almost entire Protoss army. He takes out a lot of SCVs, so he should be fine still. Oh, actually there was a little bit of a drop at the 3rd base as well, but only denying a little bit of scouting, now losing all those units.
Yeah, those units went the long way. They danced into 9 o'clock and then were just queued up during that battle to run over there. They were able to do a little bit of harassment, but no big deal for Returning. Hack has left them there, so he can continue to harass. The thing I'm worried about here for Hack is that if Returning transitions into Colossus and gets that, you know, impossible to defeat Colossus Templar army that we've seen MC do, it's going to be really
Archon
difficult.
Templar. Like, Colossus Archon is pretty crazy too, actually.
True. The ghost numbers for Hack are only at 2. Got a 3rd coming out, but just spawned, so it's only at 85 energy. Difficult position for Hack here.
Yeah. He should get the gases old actually. Try to hire his... Well, actually no, he has tons of gas, but he should just spend it. So many Archons. If he doesn't have mass EMP, trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Here we go again. Guardian Shield going up. Returning wants to press the issue. Trying to get his units to move forward and attack in a line. One EMP going, but whiffing a little bit. Only hitting the single Archon. Looks like he's driving forward. Big EMP on all the Zealots. And EMP is being dropped on the Archons as well as Hack is flanking. He puts the shields up in his main base. And this is a huge problem for Returning. He just donated his entire army to Hack. The supply disparity is 2-1. That was a massive win for Hack. And can Returning come back in this game? I don't think so.
I can't believe what just happened. Such a idiotic attack by Protoss. There was no reason for him to attack like that, and completely just going into the field completely open in the wrong position, having a wrong unit composition. That's how you can lose the game so fast suddenly, just by making one big stupid mistake.
Wow. Hack played beautifully in that match. He's going to take the series 2-1 over Returning, and that means we're going to take it back to TVT with Goody versus Hack.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm shocked how that game ended in a matter of 10 seconds. Protoss was so far ahead. Would just have needed to be a little bit more patient, get some Templars, and Colossus, how you were speaking of. 2 or 3 Colossus, that unit makes all the change.
You know, those EMPs were just sick. So beefy too.
I know. Hack had sick control, and he caught Protoss in that really weird position between the ramp of his main.
Right.
And that little hole there in front of the natural, giving him a little bit of cover too. At the beginning, I really liked how Protoss moved his army and took some free shots to line up. But then, if he would have engaged...
I thought he was going to engage east, storm, and then back off a little bit.
Yeah, but then he just continued walking, and how that made sense. That you just sometimes you just have these moments, and he was probably traumatized by the planetary fortress from the last time, so he didn't want to go anywhere near there. So
I'm sure he realizes it was a mistake in retrospect.
Yeah, I know he's face palming right now. I know the feeling of how he feels right now so badly. If you're so far ahead in the game and you're just not even concentrating, so kind of lose focus.
Yeah, and that's why we were praising him in game number 1 when he was retreating as opposed to attacking.
Yeah, kind of lost patience. Really, I think that planetary fortress there was just playing so much. He was probably still cursing about it.
I have a rule in StarCraft 2 TLO, and it's called I never attack a planetary fortress.
Yeah, I actually share that rule. Well, actually, I don't. As Protoss and as Circus do. Terrorist.
Well, we are going to move into the finals. I believe I've actually got the replays downloaded as they're coming in. The staff are shipping them over to us as the finals are ongoing. We are going to have Goody taking on NEXHack. And game number 1, we're going to take it back to the Xel'Naga Caverns. It's going to be a nice opening for TVT. Allows multiple attack paths, but also allows the player who controls the center, and I'm looking at Goody, if you can control the center and really isolate the paths, you have a very strong push through the middle.
Yep.
And I'm going to take that yup as confirmation that you are ready and excited for our finals. It's going to be Goody taking on Hack right after this.